Mike in Georgia, and you reached our winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
This is David Mincy calling.
David Mincy.
Calling. Yeah.
All right.
I
Very
got
good.
an echo. Something.
You got an echo, huh?
Yeah.
Is it me echoing or is it you?
No, it's me. Everything I say comes back at me.
Oh, it sounds good here. On this end.
Well, I can deal with it. I can deal with it.
Okay. So how's it going this evening?
Well, I'm tired. My foot hurts.
That's strange. My foot's been killing me all day ever since I woke up this morning. I have no idea why, but it's been hurting so bad I can't walk on it, and I've been tired all day.
Well, I got degenerative ankles,
Yeah.
and my bones have hooks in them, and they pop all the time.
Right.
And, I rolled it, and and I've been out mowing all day by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm tired, and my foot hurts.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, let's see who else is joining us here. This is Mike in Georgia. You've reached the winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
Hi, Mike in Georgia. It's Sandy in North Carolina.
Hello, Sandy in North Carolina. We also have David from Florida here.
Ah.
We was just discussing the fact that we both got hurt feet tonight. So.
Burned feet?
Hurt feet. H-U-R-T.
Oh, hurt feet. Yeah, mine do too. What is it, an epidemic?
Must be. Must be.
Oh. I got my feet up on a cushion and they still hurt.
Mine's been. I don't know what happened. Mine, because I got severe gout anyway, and it may be just a gout flare-up. But I woke up this morning and it was hurting so bad I can't walk on it hardly. And David had a different problem, but it still was a hurt foot there. So
we're the hurt foot team.
We're the hurt foot team tonight. We may be in here by ourselves for a while. Both Don and Dave both left me a message earlier saying that they were going to be. They probably, they were definitely going to be late if they were in here at all tonight, and that they'd probably be late. So anyway, 3 of us are here.
Three's good. A 3-cord rope can't be broken.
That's true. I've heard that anyway. Never tried to break one.
Yeah. I would imagine it depends on how thick the cords were.
Well,
would make
that's probably true too. Probably true too. Well, any of y'all got anything exciting going on tonight? I haven't.
No, I just now cranking up the computer.
Just now cranking up the computer. Mine's been sitting there on all day. I really hadn't done a whole lot on it. I've just been sitting here watching it. Letting IBO Exchange run.
Yeah, I haven't been on that in a while. I'm going to have to get busy on that. I did a little PR commenting earlier. Didn't do much, but I needed to get my advertising going again. So but as long as I'm in here, I'll comment on a couple of PRs.
I think I went in and commented on 1 or 2, but I didn't get to check everybody's the way I normally do.
Oh, it's a time-consuming job, I'll tell you. It just takes so long. I finally stopped the emails from Syndication Express because between that and IBO, there's no time to do anything else. And
well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to tell what's her name. I can't. My mind's not working good enough tonight to even think of her name.
Carrie.
Yeah. I've been getting some spam coming from Syndication Express.
Oh.
Not emails from the system there that I get. That was fine. It's I've been getting some other stuff that I didn't particularly want, and everything else it's and they're getting to me and my information through Syndication Express. So I've actually got it set to go to my spam box right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that too, because it's just too many emails.
Yeah, it's quite a few. Terry's.
And I like the people, and I like the PRs, but between that and IBO,
yeah,
you have no to do anything else. I mean, it's too much.
That's true.
And a lot of times, the ones on Syndication Express, you have to go on to IBO and comment because it takes you back to that.
Right.
So then you're doing twice the work anyway. It's got to be too much. So I'll go in every once in a while, put my head in the door, but I don't want to, continue blogging and what have you.
No, it got to be where I really didn't have time for it. So.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not a good system, not that it's not something good. It's just a little overwhelming with everything that I have going. So.
And I noticed too, Terry has your comments on Twitter go through the system.
Right.
And then it retweets a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there are things that I don't want to retweet, and they've been turning up in my Twitter, and I thought,
right.
I stop this. So I guess I like to have control over my own tweets. I don't care for that. And she's got a good system. It's just not for me.
No, it just I feel the same, and I don't mean to be negative, and I like Terry. I've known Terry for quite a while, so but I just don't have time. It's not necessarily anything wrong with her system. Is the fact that I just don't have time to get to everything.
Yeah, and it's always the same 2 or 3 people that comment, and you constantly interacting with the same 2 or 3 people, and that doesn't seem to be very productive to me. So I thought, well, I'll just take a rest from that for a while. Too many other things need doing.
I haven't shut it off or anything. It just right now it's going into my spam box because it got to be overloaded. Yeah. I couldn't keep up with it, but it's still there for me to still switch back over and check it every now and then. But,
how's the weather in Georgia and Florida?
It's been hot here today. They said it was going to rain, but so far we haven't had any rain. So, which is good because my son-in-law been laying out there under his truck all day working on it. So, it was good that he didn't have the rain on him. So,
it's running now.
I believe he got it fixed, and I heard it running just a minute ago.
Yeah, we got some rain earlier today, and but it's been hot.
Yeah, it hadn't been as hot the last few days as it's been, as it was, last week or so, but it's still been rather warm.
Did you all see that tornado in upstate New York?
No, I didn't hear one about upstate New York. I know Don had one a week or so ago. He had, same time y'all were, or the Arthur was playing over on the coast of North Carolina. Don had a tornado, but I didn't hear one about New York.
Well, so turned on the Weather Channel earlier today, and they had a terrible tornado, probably last night, and it just did terrible damage. But it's so unusual. I mean, upstate New York, for heaven's sake, that's
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty unusual for New York.
yeah. Just because I even said to Doug, where was that? I thought I heard New York. Where was that? It's impossible. But yeah, they got some real terrible damage. Poor people.
Yeah.
So it must have been very fierce.
Well, how's it going down in Florida, David? You was out cutting and were mowing there. You must have had some good weather down there.
It was warm, but it was nice and breezy all day.
Oh, that's nice. Makes it a little easier.
Yep.
Well, here's a funny story. Doug got Melissa. She's 16, and she has some friends over 4th of July. And they just wanted something to dunk in, so he got her like a 10-foot pool, about 30 inches high. It's not very big. And he got it all set up, and, it's running. He's been enjoying it on and off while she's been gone to New Jersey. And he got to the question of how's he going to cut around this thing? I said, well, a scissor. And he tried to fix the I guess the push mower is broken. He tried to fix that. So tonight, when we were in Walmart, he got some hedge clippers.
Oh.
So David, you'll appreciate his landscaping efforts. He's going to hedge clip around the pool.
I have been known, not in quite a few years, but I have been known to go out and do trim work with a pair of scissors. So.
Yeah. Hey, it does the job. I mean, there are just some very tight places you can't get to. So might as well do the right thing with the right tool.
Yeah, that's true. Fortunately, I have a son-in-law that does all that for me now. So
Oh, that's nice. Very nice.
Same one that's been laying out under his truck all day.
Well, sounds like he got it fixed, so I'm glad he didn't get deterred by the rain.
Yep, he did. Well, it didn't rain today, fortunately, while he's been out there. They predicted it was going to, but it didn't. How did you twist your foot there, David?
I was over at SeaWorld and with we've got a 13-year-old adopted daughter that we took over there, and one of her school friends was with her, and the two girls and I was on one side of the park, and the ex-wife and the grandson was on the other side of the park, and she had him in a stroller. And I was talking to her on the phone, and I asked her, "Are you drinking water?" She said, "No." I said, "Well, we're going to have a problem if you don't start drinking water." "Well, the water's too hot." I said, "Okay." So she got back over on the other side of the park to the entrance, and she was out of it. She was already dehydrated. She was beat red. So I took off across the parking lot, and I cut through the bushes. And when I got out on the other side of the bushes, I rolled my ankle forward.
Oh, man.
I was trying to help her. That's usually how I get hurt, so when I'm helping somebody else.
You're a good guy.
What's that silly saying? No good deed goes unpunished. That
There
sounds
you
like
go.
it's perfect. Your case. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. And, well, I was doing something else for the 13-year-old back in April of last year, and I exploded my arm. I tore my rotator cuff, and I disconnected my bicep tendon and tore my scapularis tendon. 3 things I tore up in there, so I had surgery in September of last.
Good evening. This is Mike in Georgia. You've reached our winning team training call. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
This is Corinne.
Good evening, Corinne. We've been missing you. How are you doing?
No, you haven't been missing me.
Yes,
He's
I
just
have.
saying that.
No, I'm not just saying that. We have been missing you.
I even asked where you been.
Yeah.
I dialed the number. I'm looking up here, and I kept getting it kept telling me I was the only person on the line, and I said, "Wait a minute, something ain't right." But it was a different code or something. Anyway.
Got the wrong access code.
Yeah, it was 715 that I saw.
Yeah.
That I entered instead of 714.
Well, don't feel bad, because I'll have to admit I have done that myself.
Yeah, I've been missing me too. I've been thinking about you guys, and I just been having a pity party, my own little private pity party, and
That ain't no fun.
back, and listen, I was going back, and I was looking through some of the things you've been putting down and stuff, and this job is about to drive me. I mean, it's like when you get to a point where you say, enough is enough. I got to do something. I got to get out of this. This is not God's best for me, and it's like another lady from my church. She was looking for something to do, and they were doing this thing on TV. I don't mean to get off track for a minute, but they were talking about how many people's on disability and not really disabled.
Yeah.
And how it's scamming the system and it's gonna run it broke. A lot of people get on disability when they run out of their unemployment, and stuff. And they got these attorneys out here who's helping them to do it, and they're making buku money on it. But anyway, long story short, this girl at my church, one of the ushers, she was saying she's on disability, and she needed to make some extra income. And everybody, when I tell them I'm getting my Social Security, everybody assumes that I'm getting Social Security disability. I told them I'm not disabled. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm just collecting the money that I've been put in since the 30 years since I've been working.
Yes, ma'am.
So,
I understand that 100%.
She said she was on disability. So after seeing that program, I thought to myself, what is her disability? She ain't nothing wrong with her. I don't see it visible. What is her disability? So anyway, I told her about the place I was working, and they hired her. And now that they hired her, they're cutting my hours.
Yep.
My hours are being cut because the girl everything has changed. One of the girls in the office, she left, and this girl, Diane, who's been there for a long time, she's like making sure that her and this other guy, Paul, get all the hours, and stuff. And they're cutting my hours, and it's kind of. And when I asked them, if they hired her, was that going to affect me? And I was told no, but it is affecting me. I mean, they're cutting my hours, and it's really upsetting me. Because my check's gonna be short, And I said to myself, you know what? I got to get out of this. This is not. I got to get out of this. So I said, okay, all right. What you gonna do? You gonna sit here and cry, or what you gonna do? Are you gonna get up off your butt and do something? And it's like I feel like sometimes God puts you in places where you just, you just have to.
Corinne,
Yeah.
It's been my experience that when God wants you out of a place, He makes it real uncomfortable where you are.
Well, He showed doing that.
There.
And I'm listening to this help her. I mean, I got this sign in my bedroom, Jeremiah, where it says God has plans for you to prosper you, to bless you, and and I read it every day, and I said, Lord, what is your plans for my life? What do you want me to do? Not what I want, not what Corinne want to do. What do you want me to do? How can I best serve you? And it's like I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just not happy.
A lot of times God has plans for us that are not necessarily what we want. And sometimes we have to just allow Him to take over and lead us and do what He wants instead of what we want. And usually it'll work out better that way. But then sometimes it's hard to figure out exactly what what He wants, just like you said. That's where prayer comes in.
Yeah, so I gotta do something. I gotta do something. So, I'm just it's like I don't know. I don't know what to say to that. I don't really know what direction to go, what to do. I'm basing everything on my finances and I don't really know what to say. Because now it's like I have to pay my mother out $100 extra a month. That's another $100 a month I wasn't expecting, for this car that she helped me buy, that she bought for me.
Yeah, you've told us about that one. So.
Yeah, so it's like, like yesterday, I handed her 3 checks. And I'm looking at my mother. You just have to see my mother since my father died. My father died in 2011, and my mother is just rearranging the house. That she is just rearranging that house, and it's just I don't know. I don't even go down. I live right around the corner from my mother. I can look out my bedroom window and see my mother's house. I don't even go down there that much, because day after my father died, she went out and bought a new mink coat. Then she bought another mink coat. And I'm seeing all these diamonds on her hand and all the stuff she's doing to the house and the money she's spending on the house and the 60-inch big screen TVs in the basement and upstairs, and I'm just, so it's just. Okay.
Well, best thing to say is we have been missing you, and I understand, but we do want you to keep coming around. You are welcome.
Okay, I will. I will.
Told the others on here that I woke up I have severe gout. I'm one of the fortunate ones that have real severe gout, and it flares up every now and then. And I woke up this morning. I went to bed last night feeling fine. I woke up this morning and I couldn't hardly walk because my left foot is in so much pain. And of course, then Sandy shared with us that her foot hurts and she had it propped up, and David rolled his foot over today and is having trouble with it. We're I can't.
They're in sad shape.
Can't think of a word for it there. But anyway, we're all still here. We're all still plugging along. I don't know if I told you, Sandy. I think I told David. I may have told you that Don and Rev Dave both said they weren't sure if they were going to make it or not. They had some things come up, and they are. But even if they did, they were going to be late. So.
What is gout? I've heard that term. I've heard that.
Gout.
What is that?
Gout is caused by high levels of uric acid in your bloodstream, and uric acid gets into you, settles in your joints, especially in the extremities, like my hands, my feet, and things like that, and it crystallizes in the joints, and it causes severe inflammation of the joints. It's a form of arthritis, but it's one of them things. There's really no cure for it. They got medicines that they can prescribe that will supposedly lower the uric acid and hopefully allow the crystals that have formed in the joints to dissolve. It doesn't, but that's their theory anyway. Unfortunately, one of the primary medicine that they've been using for years is I'm allergic to it. And I break out in hives, so I can't take that. They have a new medicine. It's kind of expensive, and not kind of expensive. It's real expensive, but and I take that, and it lowers my uric acid, but the deformities in my joints and my inflammation in my joints and the little nodules and stuff like that. My hands really look bad. I don't know if anybody noticed that. I mean, I don't know if any of y'all have seen my hands or anything like that before, but my feet also have problems, and because of that, I don't know. I'm usually don't have too much pain, but every now and then it flares up, and when it does, it's very painful. And I've had some reason or another. When I woke up this morning, my left foot had decided it was gonna give me some trouble today. It wanted to be noticed today, and so. But anyway, I still keep going. Long as God gives me the strength to keep on going, I'm gonna keep on going.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you got that.
You know, good evening. This is Mike in Georgia, and you've reached our winning team training call for this evening. Please tell us who you are and where you're calling from.
You mean you don't know?
Yeah, I know. I heard the clicking. I know who it is exactly. Good evening. We're glad to have you in here.
Thank you. Sorry I'm late. I had another call at 8 o'clock, and I had to give my testimony for my amazing grapes. So
well, let me ask you, does your foot hurt?
No. Why?
Well,
and you can't be the club.
David come in here earlier at first, and his foot was hurting. He had hurt his foot today, and Sandy's had a hurt foot today and has it propped up, and for some reason or other my gout flared up, and I've had a foot that's made it extremely hard to walk on today. So we just thought we had a club going here. I just wondered if your foot was hurting. I'm glad to hear.
No, I've been taking my amazing grape all day. I've been feeling good.
That's absolutely great.
That's not a commercial, by the way, so you can delete that if you want.
No, that's absolutely great. Glad to hear that. How's Joanne doing?
She's some better, but she has a bladder infection. The doctor informed us today that she needs to go for intravenous therapy for 10 days at the hospital, going once a day for 10 days. So
it's not going to be staying there then, huh?
No, she won't stay there. She's just basically going to be dropped off, and I'll probably go get a beer or do something negative or something like that.
No, Dave.
No, I'll stay with her.
Well, I'm sorry to hear she's having trouble. I'm glad she's not going to have to stay in there. I really don't like them places.
Well, if you're not sick when you get there, you will be when you leave.
I can't argue with that.
And I dislike doctors because I don't like people that practice medicine. I want people that know. I want people that know what they're doing and they're not practicing on me.
Well, that's been one of my philosophies too. It always worries me when I hear them talking about practicing medicine. There. Have you got anything great and interesting, exciting to impart upon us this evening? Give you an opportunity.
Well,
here.
I just want to encourage people to do the personal touch. It's been something I've been harping on for the past month now, but whenever you can talk to somebody, we're all good people within the limits of our own fallen nature. But we want people to know that we're trustworthy. And if you have a chance to talk to somebody about your business, about Stiflorp, about whatever you're doing, about your company, that I say go for it. Don't be afraid of them. The worst thing they can do is hang up, or they can say, well, I'm really not interested, and that's fine. We don't need 1,000 people in our group. We don't need to recruit 1,000 people personally.
Nope.
To get anything that we want. We just need to find the right people who have the right attitude, who want to go out and basically work. And let's face it, some people are afraid of work. They don't want to do it. They want it handed to them on a silver platter. That doesn't exist, and that's foolish thinking. But if we keep the attitude that we have the cookie, we have what everybody wants, we have the answer to their problems. I heard a wise man say many years ago that many bankruptcies could be avoided with an extra $400 to $500 a month. And to me, that gives us hope that we're doing the right thing and that we're trying to make a difference in the world. And people say, oh, you're just out for the money. Well, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm not just out for the money. I'm out to make an impact in life. And I remember seeing a movie. It was kind of a negative movie years ago called Risky Business that Tom Cruise did at the beginning of his career. But he said, I want to serve my fellow man. And his friends all made fun of him, but that's what it's all about. It's about serving. And if you want to get what you want, you need to help enough people get what they want. And because of that,
you know, we hear that statement all the time, but you know, it is true. It is true. And you know, it's not just a quote or statement to be bandied about. It's actually true. When you know, the more people you can help, the more you're gonna wind up being helped. Whether it's you helping yourself or someone else helping you, but in one way or the other, the more people you seek to help, the more help you're gonna have. So, you know, you're correct there.
Well, it's not important that I be correct. It's important that we help people.
That's true.
That's my piece of advice for today. Thanks, Mike.
we appreciate that. We really do. At least I do. I assume everybody else does. I speak for everybody, you know. So. Well, Sandy, have you got anything you wanna add to this tonight?
I couldn't say anything better than Chris.
Sandy, your PR that you did the other day was really, really great. I commented on it and put it back on the wall, and really, really appreciated the quotes that you said.
Thank you.
I can't think what it was called, but it was very, very good. It had a
Fire Your Expectations, I think it was.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That was very good. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I was listening to a John Maxwell, catching up on those. Sometimes I get to be 3 or 4 days before I play them all. And he did one on expectations, and I thought, oh, that'd be a good PR.
How high are your expectations?
Yeah. And we tend to get exactly what we expect. So,
you know what? You know what? That is so true. That is so true. You know, a lot of people don't realize, and they'll go around and they're wanting success. They're wanting, you know, different things, but they don't really expect to get them. They don't think that they're going to be good enough to acquire the success that they're looking for, so they don't expect it. And generally you do achieve what you expect. So
years ago, I had a devotional by Oral Roberts, and it was "Every Day Expect a Miracle" was the name of it, and it was interesting. You know, I just pick up this devotional and read about expecting a miracle each day, and God, you need to be in that frame of mind.
We all do. And we need to expect to succeed. We need to, expect to be a winner. That's why we're the winning team. We need to expect to be winners. And Dave, I don't know if you noticed, but you've been getting some comments on your PRs now. You mentioned something the other night, and I've been making a special point to comment on your PRs every chance I get.
I appreciate that. I've been commenting back at yours.
I appreciate that too. Absolutely. I hadn't been writing.
Got to keep this in the public eye.
I hadn't been writing.
And Sandy has, and so has a couple other people. So that's been good.
Yep.
Keep bumping those PRs up to the top. Gosh, I was on the webinar last night. Wait a minute. What's today? Yeah, Wednesday night. And it was like, 45 minutes of a commercial for Chris to push her Biz-Op banners. Felt to be ridiculous after a while. I thought, my gosh, does she realize? Because her screen that she's using to share is Biz-Op banners right at the top, and it stays up there. And then she constantly mentions the Biz-Op banners business. And I'm wondering if anybody's going to mention that in the weeks to come. But it was really, really, really bad last night.
One big commercial.
Oh, it was. Absolutely. 45 minutes of commercial.
Well,
and I guess, since she does them, that's how she's paid. I mean,
yep.
That's
her business. So.
Yeah.
I got to say one thing to Corinne tonight. Corinne, always remember, your present situation is not your final destination. The best is yet to come. You know where I saw that?
Where?
Off your PR.
There you go.
See, I just let you know, I do get out there and read them.
You know what? Every day, every morning, when I leave the house, I get in my car. The first thing I do is I have this one CD from Joel Osteen that I listen to every morning on my way to where I'm going. And he talks about don't say what you want, not where you are. In other words, your situation. Speak to your situation. Don't talk about where you are. Talk about what you want and where you want to be and where you want to go. And he talks about that. Your words are very important. What you say, what you come out of your mouth. It's not. Your thoughts are one thing, but it's when you speak it, when you actually speak it, it becomes a reality. It's like he talks about Jesus when he was the fig tree, and when he spoke to the fig tree and said that the fig tree was going to die. He said, and people came back and they saw the fig tree still sitting there. Well, he said in reality, when they looked at the fig tree, they thought that Jesus really did anything when he spoke it, but they didn't realize in the root system, it was already starting to decay. So it was put in action. So basically, I talk to myself every day, and I speak, and I say every day that my life is getting better, it's changing for the better. Time to shut up, and the best is yet to come. And he saw it go by, and so you know what? I have to talk to myself every day. I have to encourage myself and say, this is a temporary situation that I'm in, and I'm not staying here.
Some people do. Some people do stay in their current situation. It's not a situation they want, not where they want to be in life, not what they want. But they stay there, and they stay there because they don't believe that they can be better. They don't believe that they can move outside of this situation. They don't believe that they can, succeed in whatever they choose to succeed in. Of course, I'll tell you the same thing I've told Reverend Dave many times. God's in control. He's still in control. Yeah. Sometimes you have to let him be in control, though. You have to let him be in control. I don't mean to be preaching y'all tonight, by the way, but it's got to do with business. It's got to do with our business. You want your business to succeed, you got to have faith to hang in there. You got to have faith to keep working at it. You got to have faith to believe that you will succeed, that you will achieve, and when you do, then you will move on. You won't stay where you're at.
Well, just like the gentleman just spoke, and I was listening to what he was saying about people want things just to fall in their laps. They don't want to do the work. Well, I can sit up here and cry the blues and talk about this, but if I'm not doing anything to actually do anything, then how can I expect God to bless me when I'm not doing anything? I'm not doing anything. I'm not getting on the phone. I'm not making it. I'm not going forward. I'm not doing anything.
Amen. Preach.
I come home.
That's it. Exactly.
God can't steer a ship that's not moving.
Well, you got to get out there and get your sails up.
Right. I come home and I come in, take a shower, and relax or do whatever. Get on check my emails or whatever. And I mean, and like I said, and maybe get something to eat and whatever. And I'm in the bed by 8:00 or whatever, 8:30, and but I do try to get up early in the morning, at least read my Bible and so forth. But like I said, I'm not putting forth any action on doing anything. I'm not doing nothing, and that's what I got to do. I got to start doing something. I got to take that first step. I got to do something. So that's what I got to do. I got to start doing something.
One of my favorite sayings, things to say is, I try to tell people the first thing you do when you get up in the morning, the first thing you put on is your smile. And you put that smile on, and then you go out and go through your day, smile at everybody you meet, and do one more thing. Hello, hi, hello, speak to people. And you'll be surprised. Sometimes people just think you're so weird they'll stop and talk back to you. Or some people see you smiling like that, they'll wonder what you're up to. They'll wonder what you're doing. And sometimes they'll just ask you, "What are you doing?" When they do, you got something to talk about. You've got a conversation started. And until you start that conversation, you're not ever going to go anywhere. You're not ever going to move forward. You're not going to find the people that need what you have to offer them. You're not going to find out what their needs are. We've talked about this 100 times, 1,000 times. We're in the relationship building business, and you're not going to build that relationship until you put on your smile and you say hi. Or you can do it online, and you're talking to someone online. Start a conversation, carry on a conversation, learn about them, learn about what their needs are. And once you do that, then you know where you can go and what you have to offer to help. And not everybody's going to be perfect for your business. Not everybody's going to be wanting to jump right into your business. Not everybody's going to see that you have what they need and beg you to sign them up. It's not going to happen. But if you proceed and continue to meet people and share with people and learn from people, learn about people, and learn, show that you generally care, that you genuinely, are interested in what they are, what's wrong. Then eventually the conversation comes around to, what they really need, what they're really looking for, what they're, what's missing out of their life that you can help. You can help. And we're getting all the way back around to where Dave started a while ago, is, the more people you help, the more you're going to succeed. I don't know. I promise y'all I don't want to preach to y'all, but sometimes I get started. I apologize. But it's just, it's the business that we're in. We're in the networking business. Networking is simply, the relationship building business. And the more relationships we build, the bigger your business is going to get. The more you're going to earn, the more money you're going to make, the more success you're going to have, the more you're going to wind up getting what you want out of life, simply by building those relationships and helping other people. All right, I'll be quiet now, and everybody else can talk for a while.
I was just going to say, I have a biblical reference for what Corinne was talking about.
Go ahead.
It says, God calls those things that are not as though they were. So because we have the image of God within us, because we have the Holy Spirit within us, we can do the same thing. We can call those things that are not as though they were. And it worked for God. That's how He created the world. That's how He created the universe. He spoke into existence things. And because we have that image of God in us, and because we have the Holy Spirit of God, we can do the same thing. We can say, I am a winner. We can say, I will be successful today. And that's all relative, but we could speak it into existence because we have that power of God within us.
You know what you're right. You're right. I had a friend, not a friend, and he was a friend, but he was a mentor, back years ago. And one of the things that he taught me was to speak as though what I wanted to exist already existed. And I thought, you're crazy. I can't go around doing that. People are gonna think I'm crazy. But then I learned to do that. I've learned to do that. That we can, what happens is when you speak as though what you want has already come to pass, already is, what you're doing is programming your subconscious mind to believe that, and your subconscious mind is extremely, extremely powerful. There's a book by Napoleon Hill that I'm sure everyone is familiar with. It's called Think and Grow Rich. It's the same theme. Speak as though, think that you are already achieved, that you have already achieved the success that you want. Program your mind, make your mind know and understand and look for that, and your mind will bring it to happen. Whether it's your business, your personal life, your family, your income, start telling, not just telling others, but telling yourself that it already exists. That success that you wanted already exists. Dave, you did that to me again, didn't you? You did it again. You get me started. I said I was going to be quiet. Good evening. Welcome back.
I went to unmute and I hit end call by accident.
I knew.
I was going to say there's a Singapore preacher, Joseph Prince, and he says, you don't get what you pray for, you get what you believe you receive.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
Whatever the mind of man, woman in this case, or either way, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, you can achieve. That's a phrase I learned a long time ago, and I've always believed that. Whatever you can conceive, whatever you can think up, whatever you can think, whatever future you can think for yourself, whatever is success for you, if you can believe that you can have that, you can achieve it. David Mincy, you've been awful quiet. He's real quiet, isn't he? Well, has anybody else got anything they wanna add? I'll promise I'll try to be quiet. I hadn't been real quiet tonight, have I?
Okay, my next paycheck, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna go for something. I'm gonna invest in something. I'm gonna start doing something. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna step out there on faith. I'm gonna do something. I don't know what yet, but my next paycheck, I'm gonna invest.
Well, if there's any way in the world, any of us can help advise you or guide you or or anything like that, please feel free to contact any of us.
When I get ready to, I get my next check next Friday, and I will ask for some direction as to which way to go. And I know how much I can invest, how much I can put out there. So I have a couple of things on the Skype. I was looking at. I wanted to ask it, but not right now.
Okay.
Well, but
you have our. If nothing else, you've got the chat room Skype, but you've got I think you've got our Skype, IDs or our contact. I think we're on your Skype contact list. Anything, any way I can help you, let me know. But I'm not just speaking for myself. Everybody here on the call is the same way. We're all willing to help. If nothing else, just give you some advice, or just answer questions that you might have. And so, please feel free. We are a team, and whoever you're most comfortable with. And I'm sometimes advice is worth what you pay for it. I will admit that. But anyway, we are a team, and we're here to help, and we're here to help each other succeed.
Mike, I have to go.
Well, Dave, I'm not going to let you go till I say goodbye, because I'm going to do that right now, unless someone else has something else to add. We've pushing upon an hour right now, and I really appreciate everyone being in here. It's been a little bit different call, but I tell you what, it's been an important call, I think. I know it's helped me. I think it'll help everyone else here too as well. So I appreciate that. If anybody else got anything to say, go ahead and say. If not, I'm going to say good evening, and I don't even know what day this is. This is Thursday, I think. If it is, I'll see you again Tuesday night, and we'll be back here at 8 o'clock. Appreciate y'all being in here tonight.
Thanks, Mike.
Good night, everybody. God
bless.
Good night,
everybody. God bless.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. I'll be back on Tuesday.
We really, really look forward to it.
Okay.